Hello, this is Red Goddess Tarot reading, and I am here to do the new moon reading for February 1st, 2022 to March 2nd, 2022. If you would like a reading from me, you can email me at RedGoddessTarot@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook at Red Goddess Tarot Read. There's been a lot going on in the world, of course. It's important to pay attention to the birds. It's going to mean something different for everybody, but just pay attention to them. The crows, especially the crows. Now, if it don't mean anything to you, don't try to make it have a meaning. This is for the people who feel what I'm saying. Don't do reversals. Okay. So this new moon is bringing in wisdom and gratitude. Okay. So wisdom and gratitude here. Okay. Which is the North Shield. Okay. This is giving thanks, of course, for how far you've came. And by giving thanks and showing gratitude, it's actually applying what you've learned to your life. Okay, so it's not about lip service, and this is why it's a shield, because it's an action that you're taking. Okay, to better, for us to better our lives. Okay, it's about balance coming back in for a lot of people. It's about appreciating family, seeing the importance of your own abilities, and being grateful for what you have within you. It's coming out of a cold period, okay, a cold period in life. And of course everybody has had it hard these last couple of years here, but and maybe some haven't, but it's coming out of the cold, coming out of a death season or a drought, okay, and bringing to our new life the wisdom that we've learned. Okay. This is also protection. Applying this wisdom is going to protect a lot of people with what's coming in. Okay. So this is the foundation of, giving thanks, applying the wisdom that you've learned. Okay. And being grateful, showing gratitude. Okay. With action. All right. at this moment, this week, a lot of it's the cycle, the medicine wheel. Okay, so this is the medicine wheel. All right, and the medicine wheel, you know, it's like people have reached a door and they're going into a different part of this wheel. They've completed a cipher, okay, and moving on. So this is, and I said it before, this is more like the closing of a book, not a chapter, right? Coming from a lot of lower energy. So a lot of people are coming from out of a lot of lower energy, maybe addictions of any sorts, negative or malevolent relationships, ways of doing things, moving to higher ground, okay? Moving to higher ground, learning life in a different way than what was previously known. There could be something about animals involved in this, particularly cats, okay? Cats see a lot of things that we can't. So a lot of people may start tapping into their psychic abilities within this next week, 2 weeks, beginning to dive into that. Alignment, self-care. So a lot of things this week. You got people changing diets, changing addresses, but ready for it. Okay, it's not like a forced thing. These are people that's ready for a change. Okay, so that's the medicine wheel. That will be between the 1st of February and the 10th. Okay. By March 2nd, we have the Burton basket, Self-Reliance. Okay. And the Burton basket of Self-Reliance. This here is basically people are solid. Like people are getting to the point where they're stable, okay, emotionally stable, not feeling unsure, more trusting to their selves, their higher selves. God is God, whoever it is or whatever it is that you give, each individual gives reverence to, okay? The load is easier by March 2nd. There may be some offers coming in. So if there's a group of people who were filling out applications and wasn't getting anything, like hearing anything around March 2nd, you are going to start hearing about employments. Also, entrepreneurship is real big here, okay, because that goes along with the self-reliance. A lot of makeover, a lot of see this medicine wheel here, because it's movements and cycles and it's changing from one book to another. It's like tearing down what no longer serves, or tearing down like an old house or something, right? And the Burton basket comes along and is offering self-reliance now. So you tore that down, and now it's time to rebuild. Okay. And this can be in anything. This can be in relationships, any of the ships. Okay. This could be how people feel about themselves, tearing down something that they no longer want to be, and then, like reinventing the self. Okay, so this could be the reinventing the self. Having confidence in oneself is big here. Okay, because this chapter here, like I said, this was lower energy, right? This was lower energy that people are moving out of, and this is collectively. Okay, it's almost like how the feminine flows together. Okay, and the feminine, if we're all in the same house, we flow together. Where this is like the whole planet. We're all on the same planet, so we're flowing together. So whatever the low was for each of us, it's like a level up. Okay, and then March 2nd is that self-reliance because of the level up. Okay, so you have this leveling up on a grand scale going on. You have, once again, animals are playing a big part. Pay attention to the birds. Okay, birds are very important. Pay attention to your thoughts. Ground yourself in nature. And that's very important, because this is a lot of energy. This is a lot of energy, a lot of change, and it's happening quickly. It's not going to be the same for everybody. As you know, it's not going to just be everybody has this one. No, it's going to be in different areas of life. Okay, where we need to mature, where we need to take action, or where we need to be still. Okay, and that's because of the foundation of that wisdom and gratitude. Evolution, metamorphosis. People will be reflecting back on the past and giving thanks for making it this far in whatever field that you wanted to make it in. If it's just making it far for life, which I say yes, but giving thanks, remembering where you were to where you are now, and reflecting on the things that you thought you couldn't get past and then got past it. Okay, and that could be in any type of section of life, any area of life, any relationship. There's going to be reflections going on. Burn your incense, give thanks. It is the new moon. So, this is a new book, new chapter. Reflect back, but don't get stuck back there. Okay? That is a warning that's coming up. Don't get, on what could have been, or what I'm saying, like move forward. It's gone. Okay, sage on. Okay. And see, once you reflect and move on, now we have the ability to respond with the cradle board, and you'll be able to respond, be response able. okay? Where you couldn't respond to things the way you wanted to before, okay? So if there was a situation, and a response, I'm not talking about like saying something back, or you know what I'm saying, a response could be you needed to pick up and leave, or you needed to change a job, or you need to, whatever the response was, the ability to respond will be there, okay, by March 2nd. The ability to respond will be there because you're being carried in a sense, okay? Let's see, I really don't think I need to clarify anything, but I will for... Okay, for wisdom and gratitude, we have Kalima on Shiva. Okay, so this wisdom and gratitude. Okay, so Kalima was going around slaying the ego in a sense, right? And Shiva is under her because he, to stop her anger. And I'm just, just for the sake of time, but. Okay, so with this wisdom and gratitude, that's, yes, gratitude. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Balancing out the ego. Stopping, like, the destruction, whatever was messing, appeared to be messing things up, and that's not what it was, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. Whatever seemed to had been destroying our lives in the past, that's not what it was doing, okay? It was destroying a part of ourselves that needed to go, and we need to be thankful for that, because whatever, you see how she have these heads around her neck, those egos, okay, because it was getting in the way of our life, okay? And that's why we see things the way we do now. We see things a lot differently than we did last year, or the year before last, or the year before that. Okay? To clarify the medicine wheel, the cycles and movement, I have, you are under no obligation to be the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, or even 15 minutes ago. You have a right to grow. No apologies. Okay? So, like I said, moving on. This is about moving on. Making changes. It's the end of a book and moving to a new book. Okay? So these people are making changes and no apologies, and you have the right to do that. Okay? You have the right to change. You have the right to live your life. You have the right to grow. You have the right to love who you are, to be your own person. You have a right to look into the door you want to go into. You can peek in it first, or you may be thrown into it, but you have the right to grow. Okay? A suggestion is, I would say, to get a seed, even if it's just a seed, and plant it, okay? And water it and watch it grow along your, your journey, okay? Self-Reliance Burden Basket. And I clarified that with, surround yourself with people that make you believe in your power. Self-reliance. That's powerful. Because when you rely on yourself, you do have people around you that believe in your power. Okay? You do. A lot more people come around you. It's like a blessing, or like magic, or one of those, things like that. Okay? Divine intervention is when you start relying on yourself. You have that confidence. It does bring in what and who you need to get, whatever is on your path, to get that completed, to get you over the blocks. Okay? And blocks will show up. Okay? It's not blockless. Okay? Blocks will show up. The thing is, when they do show up, don't be afraid. Okay? This is a part of the path. Because if you think about the blocks before, something that you thought you would never get over, but you got over it, you got through it. Okay? So people, by the end of this is like a soul, also like soul family coming in. It doesn't have to be blood. It could be, of course, but it doesn't have to be. Okay? Smoke and mirrors, reflections. Okay. So, you have a lot of people thinking about past loves, past lovers, making love, sex. But I did say there will be reunions, okay? Things coming together also, okay? So that will play a role also during this this new moon to new moon, okay? And also by March 2nd, the ability to respond, the cradle board was, and how fitting is that, right? It says, my mother worked too hard for me not to be great. My mother worked too hard for me not to be great. So people about to be great out here. Like I said, the ability to respond is going to be there. Okay? Greatness is on the horizon. There's a lot of fear that's going to come along with that, and not from the people who's doing that, but from others who don't understand what's happening, because this energy comes in waves. Okay, if you look back at my other readings that I put up, the ones that I just typed and put up in a video, if you read them, you'll see it's like a book. Okay, this energy comes in waves. So there will be some who's going to fear what they're seeing in other people. All right, and that's okay. And if you do feel fear, take your eyes off of whoever you're looking at and put them on yourself and get to work. Okay? All right, so that is the reading for New Moon February 1st to March February 2nd. And take care. Enjoy your evening.